Hi, I'm Michael Nurok from Profiteer, and today in this video I'm going to go over the indicator, the expert advisor, give you an insider's look to the settings so you can make an informed decision on which option is going to suit you best. So this chart shows the indicator only. You've got the power trends and power swings displayed, but you don't have the trend management or the high time frames. Okay, in this chart, we've got the expert advisor displayed. We don't see the historic trades, whether they're power trends or power swings, but you do have the trade management, the higher time frame, and you will see the next current alert. So if this were to result in a new alert, it would tell you. And the best option, as far as I'm concerned, is to get both of them. It's priced as a package, and so this way you get the indicator and the expert advisor. So the full trade management, the high time frames, all the historical trades, you get it all. So let's have a quick look. I'm going to open up the indicator settings, and we're just going to browse through those settings. First of all, we've got entry settings, whether you want to issue trades on your current chart or any other chart. Your trading mode, whether you want it aggressive or conservative. Your trend settings, whether you want to trade trends, how far you would like the price to be at a maximum from entering, and a bit of a Goldilocks notification system. So it gives you an idea of how far the price should be as a maximum and how close it should be at as a minimum from the inception of the trend. The swing settings, whether you want to trade swings or not, how many counter bars in the MACD you want to see before a swing is alerted, how many pips the swing should be from the inception of the trend, and how big the swing should be. After that, we've got the higher time frames. Now these can be changed to anything you want, okay, but I've got them set as daily, weekly, and monthly. So although the indicator won't show them on the screen, it uses the same code to determine where those trade opportunities are. Whether you want to display the buys and the sells or both, and your notifications, whether you want to be notified on mobile, by email, and so on. Okay, so that's the indicator. Now let's have a quick look at the expert advisor. So here we've got the trade settings. First of all, do you want autonomous trading turned on? So if it's on, then it's going to execute trades and manage them totally automatic without any input from yourself. If you don't want it totally autonomous, then it's still in semi-automatic mode. So it'll ask you whether you want to take the trade after it's identified it, but it needs your permission to execute it. And if you do provide that, then it'll continue to manage it, will execute it and manage it totally automatically. Whether you want to trade up or down, buy or sell, whether you want your trading mode set to aggressive or conservative, what to do when you face counter trends. Do you want to close the current trade and go in the opposite direction? Do you want to ignore it, or do you want to open it as well as having your current trade open? Okay, whether you want to trade weekends, how many trades per side you should have as a maximum. So what happens is, you've probably seen on the charts, you'll see a power trend and then a bunch of different power swings over the period of that trend. And this allows you to determine how many trades you permit to have open at any one time. Now, again, all of these trades are managed totally independently of each other. So you might want to have no more than 2 trades at any one time, or no more than 5 or 10 or whatever it happens to be. Here we've got the split. So this allows you to determine whether it's going to be a split trade or not. If it's false for split order, then it'll just issue 1 trade. Let's say you're trading 1 lot, it'll just issue a one lot trade. If you have it set at as true for split order, then what it'll do is it'll issue 2 trades. And the cool thing is that you can specify the percentage. So in this case, you're specifying that the second part of the trade should be 60%. So in other words, you're going 40-60, but it could be 50-50, it could be 20-80, or it could be 80-20, 70-30, whatever the combination is that you want, you can do that with the split trades. And the great thing about that is you can trade with both parts open. So you might want to trade more defensively on your first part and take some profits quickly, and let the second part of the trade be more liberal with it. So if the trade is going to run, you're just giving the trade more room to move without having as tight stops. Now you've got money management all built in, so you can specify how many lots you want to use, or you can have it calculated automatically based on a percentage of your account. Now the the trend settings and the swing settings are the same as the indicator, and then we move on to the take profit and stop loss. So here you can have hard take profits, or you can have dynamically generated take profits based on a ratio of the stop. So in this case, you want the take profits to be 10 times what the stop is, and the second part, if you do have a second part in that trade, 25 times. Now these are idealistic in nature. Most of your trades are going to work with your locked-in profits that it embeds in your trade management throughout the whole process. But with trend trading, this is what Trend Profiteer is a trend trading system. You want to stay in the trend for as long as possible. So, you don't want to cut yourself short. It may go on for a long time, and if so, you want to trail that trade, but you don't necessarily want to stop it short on a shorter hard target. So with your stops, you can have hard targets with your stops, and you can have them dynamically generated as well. With your profit locks, you've got your first move, your second move, and this means that you can determine what your profit locking targets are going to be and how much profit you're going to lock in at every point. So on the first move, you're going to move your stop to this much from your first move, and that means you're going to have this much locked in as profits. With your split, you can do the same on the second part of your trade. Trailing stops. Okay, we've got some specs here. Now, all of these settings are covered in depth in our settings guide. It's about 20 pages, and you can reference every setting. It gives examples and clear information on what the setting is designed for, how it works, and gives you a few examples. So the begin trail at is, think of that as your third profit lock target. And this is the point when your trailing methodologies are going to take over after your delayed moves. Now, having said that, you can set your delayed moves in any way you want. You can set it to get in and out with hard targets, or you can have it set to lock in profits as you hit those targets. You can have the price to follow even beyond that trail, and you can choose a whole bunch of different trails, and you can choose different trailing methodologies for the main part of the trade and the split trade. So for example, here we've got the different trailing methodologies that we include with Trend Profiteer: simple, ratcheting, fractal, parabolic PSAR, moving average candle, and a fractal candle hybrid combination. So you can do all of that, and you can do that with both parts of the trade, and you can trade and have managed multiple trades all at the same time. Okay, so it's pretty complex as far as what it can do, but it makes your life a lot simpler. So here's the specifications or the settings for the different trailers, and then you've got your higher time frame 1, 2, and 3, just like with the indicator. Okay, now you've got your settings display. Okay, you can change the colors. You can do anything you want. Now, this is the profit locking display. You can have that displayed in different styles, and you can have any colors that that you want to use. And sometimes they use the same colors, but when you get into multiple trades, it can get very confusing. So I like to use 3 different colors. That way, if I'm opening up a second trade, it uses those same 3 different colors, and then I know which one is the first, which one is the second target, and which one is the third target. And it even will display your split trades if they are set to lock in profits at different points from your main trade. You've got manual commands. You can have them displayed on the chart. You're going to love that functionality. It just allows you to be able to take a trade manually, even if an alert hasn't occurred, or maybe you missed it, or whatever it is. You can still issue a trade manually, and after that, the beautiful thing is that trade will be managed automatically from that point on, just like any other trade. And then you've got your notifications. So that pretty much wraps it up. I hope that makes it a little bit more clearer. At the end of the day, you've got the indicator only, the expert advisor, and the combination of the indicator and the expert advisor. I look forward to getting your feedback on the use of Trend Profiteer. Until next time, good trading, live well, and I'll see you soon.